Walking the deer in the back blocks, seeing the ducks flying, casting the fly to the trout houses, hearing the dogs closing. Out there doing it, out there doing it, hunting and fishing round here, my friend. Out there doing it.
Kia ora tātou, CJ Anō. Just gearing up, getting ready to head out for a bit of a spearfish with the boys. So we're just setting the boat up, making sure everything's on board before we head out. But just before we go, I just want to quickly show you guys the new to Gisborne, new to hunting and fishing, is the Rob Allen 900 Tuna roller gun. So if you have a check here, this here is a roller spear gun. So roller guns have been around for a while. They're starting to become more and more popular in NZ. Overseas there, a lot of people, they always have roller guns, you know, that's the in thing. So these here, wicked as you can see, the difference between a roller gun and a standard gun is that our rubbers just stay straight, so you have single rubber on each side and they join together up the top by the dyneema, rather than our traditional gun being a circular rubber, stays through the top and we load back this way. So I'll just give you a quick update on the info on the roller gun. With the roller technology, so this is a 900. With the roller technology, it adds 2 meters plus onto the range you would have with a traditional gun of the same size. So by pre-tensioning the rubbers and running them on ceramic ball bearings in the rollers on the muzzle, this gun is able to exponentially give you more power with little to no recoil at all. So primo is this little 900 or 90 as they call it. This here is equivalent to a 1200 meter or 1300 meter gun. So wicked as. This here, the mean kingy slayer. If you want to get out and slay some kingies in the deep, you can still do that with this. Also nice and compact. You can still go hang around the reef, especially here up the coast where we're from, you know, Loddon Point, you know, got beautiful reef there, tight gaps, so we can still use this wicked as gun. So Rob Allen, what we do, I'll just show you quickly how we get heaps of power out of this. So the reason we get a lot of grunt is we have two stainless steel knocks on the end here, or two stainless steel bolts here just on the end. So what we do is we pre-tension the gun. So this is why roller guns are so much grunty. So I'll pre-tension this here. So what we do, as you can see, we have our end of our rubber up here, drawstring up here, or our pull string up here. So we're going to stretch it back, chuck it onto the notch. So this is what they call preloading or pre-tensioning. So do that on both sides. Pre-tension our spear gun. So now we are pre-tensioned. So if we have a look here, our rubber is already stretched. I don't know if you can see it properly, but our rubber is now stretched from the bottom right through back to the top. So now what we do on here, on the roller gun here, it's got its own little loading handle here. So now what we do, we preloaded. All we do now is we reach up like we do on our standard spear gun, and we reach up and pull it right back and chuck it back on the notch. So because we've got rollers on top, it actually helps us when we're pulling this back. It actually helps by rolling the rubber from the bottom here all the way back around and then back to your notch again. So pull them straight back, hook it on the notch, and we're good to go. So that's how we're pretty much getting our grunt. So it's like we've stretched this rubber 2 times the length of the gun, one up and then one back. So that's why it's getting so much grunt. And with the roller gun, it makes it easier for us to reload. So wicked as. So a lot of grunt. 900, very, very popular. Another thing that we've got, so because we do this in 1100 as well. So with the 1100, it's a little bit harder to pull back, like a little bit more of a stretch. So we also sell these load assists. So now load assists are really, really good if you're, say, shooting a 1400 gun, you're not the tallest or you haven't got that much grunt. So these here are really, really good. So how they work is they hook onto your either your Dyneema, either hook onto your Dyneema, in this case, because we've got a loading notch here, we hook that onto our notch, and then what we do is that it stretches. So we won't load it here, but I'll just give you an example. So when you load it, it stretches back like so, and then so all you do is you pull it back, hook the Dyneema into the notch. So then that way it's stuck there. Then it gives you a bit of a breather. You come up and grab your rubbers and stretch it back again. So yeah, wicked as loading assist. Just chuck these on your arm. So when you're swimming around, so you can always keep it with you when you're diving, swimming around. You actually, if you've been watching South Sea Sparrows, you see them with their load assist on the arm. Really, really good. Really, really good. If you've got big guns or if you've got like really, really hard guns to pull back. So yeah, that's us. Come in, suss us out, check us out. Come see us, our Royal Balance selection there. Wicked as. All your dive needs we got it sorted at hunting and fishing. So I'll get ready, gear up, head out with the boys, and hopefully see what we can do. Sure.